Alright, so I got the valve covers off. We're going to go in and remove the rocker arms, and it looks like push rods next, according to our manual, and then see if we can get at our fuel injectors. So if you're not familiar with the engine, you have one set here, so one cylinder, and then this is all one cylinder. That's all one cylinder. So we have 4 on this side, and then with inside each one you got 2 valves, push rods, and the injector. Alright, so what we're doing here is taking this bar off, but you can see that there's some tension. So I've got some tension on a couple of the cylinder valves, and I'm trying to ease the tension off. So I'm going to remove just kind of trying to pull it off all at the same time. So removing it evenly, taking the tension off of the nuts where it is. So kind of spreading it out, making sure that I don't pop everything and lose. You can kind of see that that's moving a lot. That just dropped the rod, looks like. So just kind of walking it out nice and slow so that nothing goes pop. There's no tension, or it shouldn't be. So just keeping it all nice and controlled. Definitely just be careful so you don't want the arm to kind of, you know, have tension on one side and then not on the other. So you want to kind of bring it all out together at the same time, just to kind of keep everything even. All right, rocker assembly out. All right, and then it looks like push rods are next. So I'm gonna pull out all of our rods. Remove the fuel line right here. At least you can see this one. Fuel line disconnected. Pulled the part out, which it just slides out once you get it unthreaded. So then I've got the injector right here. So I'm gonna try to pull the injector out. I had some trouble just doing it with hands, so I found out that this is actually the best tool for it. Not necessarily the brand, but it is what it is. So it was only about $5, so I figured I can't really go wrong with that. So I'm going to use that tool to pull the actual injectors out, give me a little bit of leverage. It does sit, so the large one does actually fit pretty well. I'm just going to give it a couple good hits and see if I can get a better angle for you. So it does look like it wants to come, so it's just nice and slow. So I'm just kind of flexing it out and then adjusting the tool. I'm having a pretty good force on it, but it looks like it just popped out. So there's our first injector right there. So you can see there's some carbon buildup for sure. I will actually I have a macro lens for the camera, so I'm going to go ahead and show you once I get a new filter what the old one versus the new one is supposed to look like. So I am going to just do this to every one of these, and I'll pull out all the old injectors, and then we will swap them with new ones. Alright, so what I'm also going to do is take advantage of having the injectors out. I'm going to do some screenshots and some pictures looking at the actual heads, see if I can see the valves, and see if any of that works. So So what I've been doing is just adjusting his pliers. I don't know if there's a special tool for this, but I basically just need to slide this piece out, which I can show you on the first one. That's all it is. So it's not threaded in there, it's just sealed with a what looks like might be an O-ring, but it's basically just stuck right in there. So what I've been doing is using the pliers to just kind of give it a little bit of push, and looks like this one's locked on there pretty good, so let's see if I can make some adjustments and get that out of there. So the other one, the nut came right off. You can see I got the nut up here, so this one's having a little bit of trouble, being a little stubborn. So there we go. Now it just went. So I want it loose from the fuel line. That way I can remove this cap. So same thing with this other one. So I'm gonna wrench on this one a little bit and see if I can pop it up. There we go. So there we go. Have both lines off. Take this connector off. You should be able to just pop these little guys out. Alright, so what we're going to do, so trying to get these things out, they're definitely stuck, so I'm just going to take a trusty hammer and give it some taps, see if I can break that loose. Looks like it was just an O-ring in there that's holding it, so let's see if I can spin it a little bit. This guy came out nice. These things move a lot easier if you remove the part that's holding it down. I gotta pull the fuel line off first still on that one. Got a little ahead of myself. That's probably not good. That one came out a little dry. I'm very curious to bore scope that. You can see it's got some residue on it, or all the other ones were nice and black. You can kind of see the difference. Where that one was very dry for some reason. So probably a good reason why we're doing the service. Alright, so that's the easiest way to pull the injectors. Definitely make sure you keep the area clean. If you guys got anything from this video, do me a favor, give me a thumbs up. Also comment if you've ever pulled the injectors and you know an easier way or better tools. Let me know, because I have another engine to do, and I'm all ears for finding better ways to do something and making it a little bit easier. So if you guys want to see the next one, we're going to be doing adding the injectors back in. We'll probably be putting the turbo back in and the aftercooler. So stay tuned, click on the video on your screen, and I'll see you on the next one.